Hello guys, welcome back to another Noire walkthrough. This is Case 12 Part 2. And where we left off, we were just interviewing Grosvenor McCaffrey. And the next location we're going to is... oh crap. Levine's Liquor.
You can drive.
Yeah, Levine's Liquor Store, okay. Almost forgot that there. Alright, so let's let Galloway drive us to there, and I'll see you there.
What did you make of McCaffrey?
There'll come a day, and it's coming very soon. We'll run him and the rest of his pinko buddies out of Los Angeles.
I meant as a suspect, Rusty.
Alright, so now that we are here at Levine's Liquor Store, let us go in and see what we can find out in this building.
What can I do for you?
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
Alright, so just follow Mr. Robbins and he'll take you to a little place, like a lean-to or something that Evelyn put her extra stuff in.
Got some fine stock here, Mr. Robbins. Now, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
Alright, so let's go in. I guess it's not really a lean-to, I would say. It's more like just a little area, I guess, with a little wall. But go to the bottom left corner and pick up the statuette here.
When exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
Alright, now the thing in the middle, that's nothing important. But let's go to the bowling pin here, and you have to tilt it to the right just a little bit.
Rawlings Bowling Alley. Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
Alright, so now let's put down the bowling alley. Bowling pin, sorry. Not the bowling alley. And go to the book that says Aristotle Metaphysics.
Evelyn was reading Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Alright, so we found Grosvenor McCaffrey in that book. Also, there's like a photo frame with her mom on the left and her on the right. By her, I mean Evelyn. Alright, but anyway, let's go to Mr. Robbins here and ask him some questions about things about her murder and whatnot, like we always do, you know. Alright, right to the interrogation. First question is contact with victim.
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit? To pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Alright, so now he's going to stare at her eye truthfully, so that's A.
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it, but she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Alright, our second question will be relationship with victim.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Not many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
Alright, and that'll be truth once again.
We got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. And to be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
Alright, our last question will be knowledge of McCaffrey.
Do you know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
Now, he didn't give us a detailed answer, so we'll go with doubt.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him. From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
Alright guys, so now let's get back to where we were. But we are going to Mensch's Bar. So let's set a location to Mensch's Bar. But once you get into the car, it quickly switches to Central. And if you go to Galloway and you have him drive, he'll go straight to Central. So don't do that. So we're going to have to drive to Mensch's Bar, and yeah, here we go.
A message from Captain Donnelly. Return to Central. Go to
11 King, en route. Let's not keep the man waiting, Phelps.
Alright, so now just quickly stop. Oops, sorry. Alright, so quickly stop and switch your location from Central Police Station to Mensch's Bar, because we're gonna have to ask McCaffrey one more time, because we saw his name in the book. So I'll skip forward to the Mensch's Bar. Oh wait, we're already here. Okay, good. So let's turn this corner here, and alright, let's do a good parking job right here. Yep, there we go. That's good enough. Don't worry about the bench. And let's go to Mensch's Bar. Alright, continuing on. So let's talk to him, and the question will be relationship with victim.
You say you barely knew Evelyn?
Yes, that is correct.
Alright, now he obviously has some evidence, because he's obviously lying.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You looked down your nose at Evelyn, but you knew her, and you have some idea of what happened.
I hope you're holding aces. I'm telling you again, I barely knew the woman.
Alright, now the evidence we would propose is the book.
Why would you lend her your book on metaphysics if you only knew her in passing? It was more than that. A Renaissance man like yourself lending his books to his acolytes.
She hounded me about that goddamn book, and then she lifts it from my apartment and lies to my face that she didn't take it, as if she could even comprehend any of it. I saw her go into a hotel with Tiernan last night. They had booze in a paper bag. He's your man.
Alright, so there we go. And once we get to interrogate McCaffrey, I know this is kind of spoil it, but we're going to take McCaffrey back to Central. A little bit of a spoiler, but it doesn't spoil the whole thing.
Can you drive to this one?
But once we get him in, that question that we just asked him will be canceled out. So we just got a little bit ahead of ourselves. Alright, so now we're just going to go back to Central because the captain wants us, obviously. So let's go. Alright, so we have arrived here at Central Police Station. And now we will just head downstairs. So, oh, we can meet Pinker, Carruthers, and the captain. Alright, let's go.
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick. But she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick. What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray? As far as we can be sure, it said, "Cunt BD."
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal? Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to. Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case. But it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And to follow up on Evelyn Summers, I want daily reports.
Alright, so now we're gonna head over to Rawlings Bowling Alley to investigate, but first, there's gonna be a phone right there to call R&I, and so we can get McCaffrey's apartment address.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thank you. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Let me pose a question.
Depends. What you got to do with it?
Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away?
Depends.
On what?
On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the slammer ever found out.
Hello, Rusty. Two on your usual lane?
I'm Detective Phelps. Homicide.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
This is business, Florence. You got a guy who works here by the name of Tiernan?
Sure we do. He's a pin setter. Clears the jams, works the gutters. Go right in. He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back. He's a nice boy.
Thanks, ma'am. Let's go get him.
Alright, so there's the guy right there in the overalls and the orange t-shirt, and he obviously saw us, that's why he's running like always. So let's go get him.
Tiernan, LAPD! There!
Alright guys, so now we're in this really cool sports car right here. And let's just chase this Tiernan guy down. And if you chase him long enough, he'll get to a train track, which is kind of dangerous. But like always, Galloway's gonna, or well, your partner is always gonna try and shoot the tires out. Which usually, it's sometimes you just have to get lucky. Because your partner's aim isn't too good. Or well, the accuracy. So make sure you just ram in a few times. And you'll eventually get him to stop. Even if you flip him over, that's even better. So yeah, let's just chase this guy down. Let's see what happens.
Wish me luck. Hit him, Cole! Spin him! That is the end of that! About fucking time!
Put your hands where I can see them.
Alright, there you go. We have arrested Tiernan, and that is going to be the end of this episode. So guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.